Hi everyone, Paul Lee with Brownells here, and today I've got some more new product. From SB Tactical, we have the new SB-A3 brace. This is a hotly anticipated item. The nice thing about this brace is it's adjustable and it comes with a buffer tube. So here you can see it's mounted on a carbine mil-spec buffer tube, and then it has the, I wouldn't say standard latch, but a latch everybody's probably familiar with for AR-15. So you can have it shut, and then it's adjustable between positions. You can see there it's nice and snug on the buffer tube. Nice attachment here as well, a QD socket, a very nice touch. And back at the rear you have your classic brace attachment. That's the SB-A3 from SB Tactical. New from Surefire, we have the Masterfire holster and then the corresponding lights that work with it. And I'll quickly run through what makes these products neat and how they interface with each other. So right here I have the XH15. This is a light that's compatible with the Masterfire holster, and I'll get to that unique feature sets here shortly. But the XH15 is a polymer light from Surefire and has the classic actuation method you've come to know from Surefire products. So actuates at the rear, basically with that switch, and this is their basically kind of an entry weapon mounted light. And also in the Masterfire compatible line, you have the XH35. This light is variable in power, so it can go all the way up to 1000 lumens and is adjustable down to 300. And the way it does that is via these switches on the bottom, which is pretty novel. Here I'm on the high setting. I simply push this over and it goes to low. They're very nice, positive. They're not going to inadvertently hit in your holster or anything like that. And then you can also adjust between strobe on or strobe off. That's the XH35. Very similar to like an X300 if you're familiar with those. And then on the XH15, I should say 350 lumens out of this guy. Now for the Masterfire holster itself, it's a polymer holster, really intended for LE, so belt-mounted use. It's a really robust holster, and it has some very novel features on it. So right here you'll notice on the side I have an off-on switch. That's not for retracting, say, your firearm, but that selects whether or not your light's going to go on when you retract it. I'll go ahead and insert the firearm here. It'll click into place, and you're not going to get the best results off the belt. I might fight a little bit. You'll have more leverage when it's mounted on a belt. The first thing you may notice is there's plenty of clearance up front on the muzzle. This is secured as is right now. So if you want, you could carry your pistol on your belt with a suppressor attached. Very nice right there. You do have a retention system right here, which you activate with your thumb. So you'll notice right now I'm in the off position. I'll depress the activation and the pistol can be withdrawn. Light doesn't turn on. I'll insert it again, hit the on, depress the retention latch, pull the pistol out, and my light's on. The activation switch was triggered by that switch internally. So that's the Masterfire system and the corresponding lights, the XH15 and the XH35. That's new from Surefire. New from Shield, we have the RMS C4MOA red dot sight. Now this may look like a standard reflex sight, you know, run-of-the-mill weapon-mounted red dot sight or reflex sight, but the nice thing about this is its size. One, it's super lightweight, it's a reflex sight, but its width is very nice. So it'll mount cleanly on pretty much any pistol slide, especially compact pistols. So now you can say have your Glock 43, your Shield, machine, or buy aftermarket sides and mount this on there and have a red dot capable pistol in a subcompact. Otherwise, aluminum construction, 4MOA dot. And the nice thing about the Shield sights is that they have this cutout at the rear, which aligns quite nicely, especially on a Shield, with your front sight. So you basically have a built-in rear sight, especially on those small guns. When you run out of real estate, you may have to remove your rear sight, and you can count on that at the rear. That's the new Shield sight, RMS C4MOA. Next up from Glock, these may not look exciting, but a lot of people are looking forward to these. These are the 19X magazines. So the new Glock 19X ships with these magazines. Now you can buy them by themselves. So right here I have the 17 round. It's in this coyote or this flat dark earth color. This is the 17 round Glock 17 size magazine. And this one right here is going to be quite popular. This is the 17 plus 2. So Glock has added basically a base from the factory, and it's in that quite cool coyote color. That's new from Glock. From Harrison Design, we have the True Radius Pro Stoning Jig. This is their stoning jig for 1911 SEARs, and this is a pretty novel stoning jig. If you've ever stoned a SEAR on a 1911, you've had to work with probably different tools. Hopefully you haven't done it just straight up by hand unless you're quite talented. Now the neat thing about this, it attaches to your 1911 and it has varying radiuses. So depending on which SEAR you have or from which manufacturer and with height your SEAR is, you can select what radius you want to stone on that SEAR. Now to go with it, we have the non-prepped SEAR from Harrison Design. So this is basically your gunsmith fit SEAR for a 1911. So it doesn't have the radius done and it's a little bit oversized, so you can get the perfect trigger in your 1911. That's new from Harrison Design. That's it for this week. I'll see you again next week.